Han walked straight to his room and lay down on the bed. Starting tomorrow, things will get busy, he thought. So, he decided to rest for the day. The next morning, at the training ground, Jenna was practicing her dagger skills. Han noticed her and wondered why she was there so early. She was usually late. Why is she trying so hard today? He thought. Jenna didn't want to die, so she was putting in extra effort. She had learned some new skills in combat yesterday. She had talent and was working hard. In contrast, Eren had gone through the same battle and hadn't gained any skills. Han's growth was limited to a value of 5, which was expected for someone at a 3-star level. Since Han was about to reach level 10, the maximum for a 1-star, it was time for him to aim for a 2-star advancement. While Han was doing push-ups, Jenna touched his stomach and said it looked tasty. Han told her to move her hand, but she insisted on touching it. Jenna wondered why Eren wasn't at the training ground. Han suggested she leave him be, as Eren was close with the 2 newbies who had recently died. Jenna had told Eren to wake up early and train. Han mentioned that Zid and Hansen had potential and were passionate about training, unlike others who trained half-heartedly. Those who avoided getting synthesized only tried hard when the Master logged in. Zid and Hansen could have been valuable if Han had nurtured them a bit more. It should have been those slackers who died yesterday instead of Zid and Hansen, Han thought. Jenna urged Han to continue training. Just then, Eren arrived at the training ground, apologizing for being late. Han asked him why he looked so down. Eren, feeling disappointed, said he wished he had been stronger to save Zid and Hansen. He felt sad. Han replied, "The newbies died because they were weak." It had been a month since Han came to this world, which was probably just over 10 days in Earth time. Han now understood the Master's login patterns. The time difference between the waiting room and Earth was about 3 to 1. The Master logged in 3 times a day, morning, noon, and afternoon. During combat, time flowed at real-time speed. If the game characters experienced the same time difference, it wouldn't be 30 minutes but an hour and a half. Suddenly, the fairy appeared, shouting to everyone to be just like the excellent Han. Succeeding in the survival mission on the 5th floor using only trash. As expected of the Master of Masters, Han. Jenna quietly told Han what the fairy was saying and acting, and Han was also surprised. The fairy continued to shout at the other players, warning them not to be lazy. "If you sleep and lay around in your residences, I won't let you go." Han told the fairy to leave them be. They come out when you call for them anyway. Suddenly, the Master created a party with Han, Jenna, and 3 new players. They had to go into the gate. Jenna was surprised. Why only me and Han? She wondered. And I don't think I've seen these new players before. In the waiting room, Jenna encouraged the newbies. "Don't worry, it won't be too difficult this time." But the newbies were scared and afraid. When the gate opened, a newbie asked Han, "I'm scared to fight." Han reassured him, "Don't worry, this is not a fighting mission." Han's party arrived at a forest, the daily dungeon. Their task was to collect materials. Jenna noticed there were no enemies. Han explained, "This place is a daily dungeon, a place to collect materials." He picked up a stone, and a magic basket appeared. The newbie was surprised, but Han explained, "We can store all materials in this magic basket. Throw everything you collect into the basket. Things like tree branches. They will be used to make items." The newbies started collecting materials. Jenna wanted to join them, but Han told her, "You have a different duty. Let's go hunt." Jenna thought it would be easy for the first time in a while. She asked, "What do we need to hunt? Wild boar, deer, rabbits? Can we eat the meat?" They found a deer, and Jenna got excited. She shot an arrow at the deer, eager to eat its meat. She was happy because it looked tasty. Han asked, "Do you know how to butcher it?" Jenna nodded. "I've been butchering since I was a child. After draining the blood like this, We peel off the leather and remove the organs. Han warned Jenna to take care of the material and put it into the magic basket. Don't miss a single piece. Jenna asked, "Where are you going?" "I'm going to hunt. I'm tired of eating only potatoes," Han replied. The huge waterfall was beautiful. Han checked the timer. After the time was up, they would be summoned back automatically. Han found a beautiful female deer and a male deer drinking water. The female was the queen of the forest, a rare monster that appeared on the days of forest dungeons. The low-grade attribute stone it had was used for advancements. They didn't always spawn, but the approximate spawning area was simple to find. Han jumped at them and killed all the male deer using his sword technique. Only the queen of the forest was left. Han had killed all her companions, and she was the only one left. She was angry, and Han challenged her. In another scene, the newbies were scared because they saw a monster. But it was Han, carrying the queen of the forest with blood on his shield. Jenna was surprised at how big the deer was. Han asked her to help him. "How many did you catch?" Han asked. "2 deer and a boar," Jenna replied. Jenna wondered why Han brought the deer's head. Han explained that he couldn't cut its horn off. Jenna butchered the deer and awakened a new skill, the hunter skill. Han held a crystal and thought about the item quality. The attribute stone filled with the aura of the forest was used in crafting various items and in advancing heroes. At night, in the dining room, there were plenty of meats, and all the players were excited. Jenna told Han that everyone was happy. They had already eaten 1 deer. Han told Jenna to follow him after eating. Daily dungeons had different places for each day. Monday through Tuesday was the Mines of Yslat, Wednesday through Thursday was Kenout Forest, Friday through Saturday was Cimmeral Plateau, and Sunday was all dungeons open. Today was Cimmeral Plateau, a dungeon where they could acquire other attribute stones. Han and Jenna entered the Cimmeral Plateau. Jenna asked if she could really get stronger by gathering materials. Han explained that to be stronger, they needed to collect an attribute stone. Jenna admired the view from the mountain. "The view and wind are so nice," she said. Han spotted the plant of life. He had seen them in drawings. They were the main ingredients for making recovery potions. I should pick them up later, Han thought. Then, they attacked the monsters. Jenna shot an arrow, and Han swung his sword. The monster wolf was dead. Jenna was happy. They had no trouble dealing with one wolf. Han told Jenna to hurry because other wolves would come if they smelled blood. Jenna asked, "What should I do with its claws and fangs?" "Tear them off and keep them separate," Han instructed. Han picked up a rank D stone, an attribute stone filled with the Plateau's aura, used in crafting various items. Jenna felt peaceful. "I want to live like this, hunting and gathering plants. There's food and a place to sleep," she said. "It would be a paradise if the master wasn't here." Han felt a bit off because he was the former master of this game. He thought of his own Nibelheim floor and his heroes. They would be happy if he didn't come. Han asked Jenna, "Don't you want to fight? Fighting on the front line isn't everything. We don't even need to worry about being synthesized." Jenna asked Han, "Are you going to give me another place? If the situation gets better, there's nothing I can't do." She also asked, "Why aren't you going to other roles?" Han was surprised by Jenna's questions and smiled. A few days later, they were on the 6th floor. The quest type was exploration and investigation of an unknown location. Now, Daika was joining the party. Aaron wondered if they were doing a daily dungeon today. Han knew this quest was about search and exploration. Aaron told Han, "There are no enemies." Han warned him, "Don't raise your voice. Everyone, keep your head down and stay low." They all lay on the ground. Han told them, "Stay low, not lie down on the ground." Han checked the situation. It was clear, but there were 3 goblins talking nearby. They had a blowhorn, meaning they could call for help. Jenna checked the situation from a tree and informed Han about the goblins and their village. She jumped down and told Han, "There's a bunch of goblins, about 100 of them. It seems like a trap. They will ambush our party if we engage in battle without proper recon." Han, Aaron, and Jenna watched the three goblins. Han commanded Jenna to shoot the goblin on the right and told Aaron to throw a spear at the goblin that Han would lure in. Han commanded Daika to help them if anything happened to him, Aaron, and Jenna. Jenna shot an arrow at the goblin, and Aaron threw his spear at another goblin. Only one goblin was left. The goblin tried to use his horn to call for reinforcements, but Han appeared behind him and killed him before he could alert the others.